welcome back to another video. So today I thought we would do a fun Q&A, first ever doing these things. A few weeks back I asked on my Instagram story for any questions you guys might have about me being a freshman in college, which are questions that I think anybody would like to know the answers to. So I just wanted to make this to help people out, but also to get ready with me at the same time. So all of my jewelry is already on. I've already done my makeup too. We're just gonna be straightening my hair, and I think, depending on how this looks, put a cute little headband on. Let's get to the questions. Well, answers really, while I straighten my hair and get ready for dinner. So today has been kind of a busy day. I think this is one of the first videos that I'm actually gonna be posting the day that this is made, because today is Wednesday, the 12th of November, and this is the day that I'm pretty sure I'm going to post this video. So happy Wednesday, everybody, because it's the same day. Today I had my public speaking class, so I went there, and that was a lot of fun. We did something really fun today. And then after that class, I left and went straight to the gym. I'm trying my best to become a gym girly, and I'm actually gonna make like a whole gym routine video coming up, but I don't want to lie to you guys, so I'm gonna make sure that's actually a routine before I do make that video. But it is so far being a pretty accurate routine. So I did that, and then I literally, kid you not, was in a traffic jam for 45 minutes on the way home. What should have been a 7 or 8 minute drive home. Well, I'm so very sorry. My mother has kicked me out of her bathroom. As I was saying, what should have been a 7 or 8 minute drive home was about a 45 minute drive, because since I was coming back at like 4:35, it was like rush hour traffic, and it was so bad. Let's get started on the questions, because you didn't watch this to hear about my day. Question number 1. What is the biggest change from high school to college? The workload. Literally, the workload. Nothing else is really that different. Well, that's not true. Actually, a lot is different. But, see, I don't know. I've really got to get out of the habit of saying that I'm not in college. Because I am. I'm a college student. I am a full-time freshman in college. But it doesn't feel that way, if that makes any sense, because I'm at community college and I'm still living at home. So for that aspect, I'm still under my parents' roof. I don't have all that freedom that most college kids get. I have to ask before I can use the car, etc., stuff like that. So for that reason, I don't say that I'm in college, because it doesn't feel like it's like actual college. But no, I think community college is just as important and as successful as a university is. And I think it's very important that people know that you don't have to feel like you're less than if you're at a community college as opposed to a university, which, like, I'm really struggling with that, because I feel like I'm missing out on so much right now. Like, I have all these friends that are going to UNCW and Western Carolina and all this stuff, and it just looks like so much fun, and I'm so envious of that. But I'm going in 2 years, so I'll get my chance. But right now, it's just, I'm really having trouble having that FOMO. And it's also like, I have it for high school too. I just feel like where I am right now is probably like the worst place to be, because I'm not a senior in high school anymore. So I'm no longer like the top tier, like bulk of the bunch, right? Like I kind of lost that title where, like, you know, you have all of the praise and stuff. But then I'm also not at a university where you're a freshman and getting all that praise. So I'm kind of just chilling at home, doing work, going to class, whatever. And all these seniors are going to do all these fun senior events in high school, and all these college students at the universities are doing all this stuff. So I just feel very, very, very left out right now. But I'm trying my best to enjoy where I am and not fast forward my life, because I'm at community college for a reason instead of UNCW. So I have to keep reminding myself of that. But the biggest change is the workload. I have never in my entire life had this much work, ever. And I know any person can say that, but like, you have no idea what to expect. I've never had this much like requirements, pressure, strictness, discipline in school ever. Because high school, they really do not care at high school. Like, you know, they don't care if you do a paper bad. They'll give you an A on it for getting it done. In college, I can do like what should be like 110% grade and I'll get like an 88 on it. Like, they are so strict in their grading and they have no empathy. Like, they do not care about your future, your life, your grades, whatever. Like, it's not a reflection on them if you do bad. Like, they do not care. So I think that part has just been really, really hard to adjust to, because in high school, I think where I went to Clayton High, I think they did a pretty bad job for writing, at least, to tell you like what you needed to expect in college, because I was basically just slapped in the face with reality when I went to college, and it was because my high school never taught me the actual writing format that I would need to know for college. They expect you to have nowhere less than like 150 words for every single solitary paper that you hand in. It has to be like 150 words. It has to be double spaced. It has to be formatted with like 12 font. It has to be like Calibri or Times New Times Roman. You know what I'm trying to say. That font, and then it has to be you have to write it like as an actual like book. It has to be a title. It has to be your professor's name. That has to be the class, and it has like Bio 111 is like what your class is. You can't say biology. Then you have to put your page numbers, and it has to be like your last name with the page number. So it's like Sierslawski 1 on the top right hand corner. And oh my goodness, just talking about it's like stressing me out. I've never been this stressed in my entire life for school or for anything. No, never. And then you have to check your grammar on everything. You can't use ChatGPT because they have all these sensors to be able to test and see if you're cheating or not. And they will give you a flat out 0 if you do any plagiarism, any paraphrase, anything at all. It has to be completely 100% your own words. They do not care. Like, it is scary. It is a real freaking world. Like, work does not get harder than what I'm in right now. Don't even get me started on the citations. Have any of you high schoolers ever heard of APA citations? Well, I sure didn't till now. APA citation is, you know, in high school, you have to cite your sources. Okay, just copy and paste the link, put them in the little description box at the bottom. No, they will like throw out your paper if you do that. Here, you have to write, oh my goodness, it has to be, I don't even know what APA is. I have to look it up every single time because I can never remember. It's like every single author in alphabetical order, comma, period, last name first, then italic space for the page number, then it has to be the page number, then it has to be the book, then it has to be the year that it was published, then it has to be every other author that was also there, then it has to be et al, et.al. It's a whole entire thing. But let me tell you, I don't think I've spent less than 2 hours on one assignment this whole entire semester. Like, I think the shortest I've ever gotten anything done was maybe an hour. An hour was the shortest. So, they say that only certain people can go to college, and I can see why. I can totally see why people would, you have to really want to be there to want to stay in. You have to have a goal, you have to have a reason that you're there, and you have to keep reminding yourself why you're there, because that work is no joke. And that's just for writing. Like, I haven't even told you about like my biology class. My biology class, I had to write, 5,000 words. Never in my life have I had to write something with that many words. And I'm actually a pretty good writer. It comes kind of natural to me, but that was hard for me. So all of you authors and book writers out there, praise the Lord Jesus for you, because my goodness gracious, I don't know how you do it. But yes, so to answer your question in a very long way, my biggest thing is the workload. let's go on another topic before my brain explodes. Oh, also, the first entire week I cried every single solitary night doing my homework because it was just such a huge adjustment and my brain was just so frazzled. So all of you like high schoolers that are in college, I don't know how you do it because my goodness gracious, God bless you. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how people can do it. The next question, what is the biggest change for your relationship? By the way, you guys are so cute. Thank you. That's a good question. So as you know, me and my boyfriend, my boyfriend and I, you see, this is stuff I can't say in my paper. My boyfriend and I, we were dating in high school, our senior year, and our relationship went into summer and then went into college, and we're still together and we're still going strong. But yeah, that's most definitely a good question to ask because, you know, it's a huge adjustment for your life. It's a huge adjustment for your family, for you, for your relationship, friendships, whatever. I'd say in high school, we saw each other probably, I think maybe only on the weekends, I want to say. We saw each other pretty much Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when we were in high school, like every week. And we were hanging out like the whole day long at night. And we went to different high schools too, so that's why. We would alternate. I would go to his house, he would come to my house, whatever. I would go see his baseball games and he would come see my plays. So, you know, we did a really good job of like being there for each other and being supportive and stuff like that. And then in the summertime, the summer was probably where we were like at the peak of our relationship. Like goodness gracious, my ears red, I'm sorry. We were like seeing each other like 4 days a week, 5 days a week maybe, like all the time we were hanging out. We obviously still wanted like our own time for our own lives, but like there was no reason that we couldn't see each other during the summer. So like we were together as much as we possibly could. And it was great. You know, we went on dates all the time, doing all that really fun summer stuff. We played pickleball, we went to the movies, went swimming a lot. We took like 2-day beach trips. It was great. We did all this stuff. And then college started. We still don't go to the same school, so I think that would be a harder adjustment if we were like going from the same high school to different colleges, because I could see how that totally could be hard. But since we were already going from 2 different schools into 2 different schools again, it wasn't that much of a change. I will say like his school is about an hour away from mine, but where we live is still the same place. We're both still living at home, so like that aspect of college hasn't affected us at all. There's probably less time we're definitely able to see each other because, you know, the majority of our life is focused on our school now. We're most definitely still very happy. It's just different, you know. We had a lot more free time in high school, and now in college it's all about responsibility, and you have to know like what comes first, and school unfortunately comes before him, and that's the way it should be. I see him probably, we're trying to create a routine but we keep breaking it. We're trying to see each other Tuesday, Friday, Saturdays. Right now we're seeing each other like Friday, Saturday, Sundays, so not really at all during the week. We have like one day that we usually do like a study day at Starbucks. That's really cute. We go there and we study together. But no, I feel really bad. Like we haven't like gone on dates in a long time. Like our relationship is very much focused around school right now. We hang out and we end up spending like a good 2.5 hours doing homework together. Because he just has this way about him that he's just so calm about everything. And I get so stressed and so exhausted from doing my work. And he's just there for me and he helps me and he helps write the paper in ways that I can't, and he helps me figure out like all the font and just like all the technical things he helps me out with, which I'm really appreciative for him. And I haven't really been much help for him, but like I think we both found out that his school is a lot easier than mine because he doesn't nearly have as much as work as I have. I get about 4 assignments a day, and each assignment, like I said, spends like 2.5 hours each time. And when we do our work together, he helps me out and everything. And you know, almost always he's done with the work before I've even started. And it's not that like I procrastinate, which I do, but that's not even the problem. It's just because of the workload I have in the school that I go to. So I'm not at all complaining about the school. It's just this is very much college and like it will not be easy. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, and don't even get me started on those McGraw Hills. Let me just show you something. So this is an example of a very easy assignment, but typically it's like questions out of like 50 or something, and every question that you get correct doesn't add up to say like, oh, 1 out of 21 completed. No, they need like 7 in a row correct to finally say number 1 is completed. So 21 questions is actually like 70 questions, and it always does like a half completed thing. And then it doesn't always give you a half completed. It doesn't always give you a full thing.
But it's totally worth it. And I think that the degree that you're going to get out of it and the knowledge you can bring out of it and everything is far more important than everything that I'm going through right now. Like, it's worth the end goal. I just got to keep telling myself that. So, to answer your question, our relationship is just different, but it's still very strong. We're still healthy and we still love each other. So that's all that matters. But yeah, it's going to be hard for you to, go from high school relationship to a real adult college relationship now. It's different. You have more expectations. You're more mature now, but I think if you love each other, you can get through anything. So, yes, that's how that's different. How are your friendships different from your friends in high school and friends that you made in college? That has changed actually quite a bit. I haven't seen my high school friends since the day I graduated, and the ones that I have seen, I've seen like once or twice. Honestly, I'm doing a pretty bad job of staying in touch with everybody from high school, which, I mean, I feel really bad about, and like, I didn't have a falling out with any of these people. Like, I still love all of them. It's just, I'm at a different point in my life now, and it's harder to contact them. It's not like they're just right there in the hall and I can go and eat lunch with them anymore like I used to. Like, now we have to really try if we want to see each other. Like, I haven't seen Vanessa, Emma, or anybody really. I've seen London and Layla like twice, but that's it. So, no, I haven't really been as close as I was in high school with them as I am now. I do have some friends in college. I have not hung out with anybody. That's not true. I hung out with one friend from college so far outside of school, and that's been it. But I think someone that I totally would hang out with outside of school. It's just, we've been so busy that there's been no time to make plans. Like, literally, my only social life really is Alex. Like, I can't remember the last time I hung out with, like, just a friend. I do see Bella quite often, but me and her have, like, never gone to the same school at the same time. So our friendship has always kind of just been this way. So that's why we're able to do it. But yeah, for my high school friends, it's been really hard. Like, I would really like to see them more often. It's just, they don't make the effort, I don't make the effort, and it's just, we're kind of drifting apart. And I'm really sad about that, but that's life. That's going to happen. You're going to see people less who you're seeing less. You're going to hang out with people more who you're seeing more. So yeah, I probably will hang out with my college friends more than my high school friends, but that's normal. I'm actually seeing London on Saturday though, so that'll be nice. Now I know like more what I want out of life. I'm not just kind of doing things to do it. I'm not just going to be friends with you just because I see you every day. I'm going to be friends with you because I really want to be your friend. I'm not going to date you if I don't see a future with you. I'm not just going to waste my time for a heartbreak down the road when I could have a future with you. I'm not going to do things that I don't believe in. I'm not going to hang out with people that have different beliefs than me. I mean, of course, I'm going to respect you and be kind to you, but I'm not going to associate with you very much because, I just don't want to hang out with people that believe the same thing as me. There's nothing wrong with being picky. It just means that you know what you want. What is your schedule? So my schedule, I actually love my schedule. Let me talk some positives because I've been very like downfall on this so far. I go to school 3 days a week only. Mondays, I go to public speaking class from 2 to 3:18, and that is it. That's my whole day. Tuesday, I don't go to school at all. Wednesday, I have public speaking again from 2 to 3:18. And then Thursday is my 3-hour lab in biology, and I'm there from 2 until 4:40 or 5. So I really hate that day. That's every Thursday, and that's very long. And then Friday, I have off. So if it was up to me, I would choose to spread out biology more, but the way it is, it's just not that case. There was no option to not have a 3-hour lab. So that's my schedule. It's really nice because I get to stay up late as I want, sleep in. I have time to do my homework when I get home. I have time to do it in the morning. I have time to go to the gym or do whatever I want, hang out. I have time to do all these things. That's another thing about college. It's so flexible. You create your own schedule. In high school, it's more like, you're required to take these core classes. You can choose like which ones, but like for the most part, it's all for you. And in college, it's all up to you. You tell them exactly what class you want, what teacher you want, what times, what days of the week, if you want it in person, online, whatever. So it's not that I don't have school Tuesdays and Fridays. It's that I have online those days. But I don't have like any calls or anything. It's just you get your work done when you get your work done by 11:59 p.m. That's the other thing. Late work. They do not accept late work. If you submit something at 12:00 a.m., it is late, and they will dock you points for it. They'll still grade it, but they will dock you points from your final grade. And I think it's like 5-point deduction. So if you got like maybe a 95 or something, you would only be getting like a 90. So I am so good about making sure my work is always done before 11:59 p.m. because in high school, they would just, you hand it in a week and a half late. Okay, thanks, I'll get it in. No repercussions. And in college, they don't care if your grandma was dying, you are handing it in on time. So just be very good about your work. Please do not ever hand anything in late because they do not care. Professors, we call our teachers professors. How cool is that? I think what I've noticed about like the social aspect of things, I said this the very first day of class. The kids are so different than high school. In high school, almost nobody does their work, right? They're on your phones while teachers are talking. They're the teacher says to do your worksheets, they pull out their phone or whatever and pretend like they're doing work. No, in college, we're all there for a reason. We're all there to learn. We're all there because we want to be. We're listening to the teacher the whole entire time by choice. The reason we don't really have time for friends is because we're so focused on doing our school that there's no time really to make friends. We're so focused on our education that we're not there for the friendship aspect. He says, do your work. We all do our work. We don't go on our phone. We go on our phone every now and then, but like, it's not like high school when you're like glued to your phone, which I don't know how that is now with the new phone policy. It probably isn't like that anymore. But when I was there, everybody like ignored the teacher. And here, like we're all very respectful. We're there to learn. And in college, nobody cares. Nobody cares. They're going to wear what they want to wear. They're going to look how they want to look. They're not going to bully you. There's no like attitude. There's no drama. Like there's no... We're much more mature now. We're much more, we're there for a reason. And, I'm not going to judge you because I'm too focused judging myself, right? Like everybody's so focused on their own life that they don't have time to make somebody else miserable. So that's what I love about college too. Like there's no bullying, there's no drama. I love that. I have not had drama since I've graduated. I'm very grateful for that. Let me wrap this up because it's becoming really long. What's your advice for an upcoming college student? Give it time. That's all I can say. Give it time. Because in the first few weeks, you're going to want to drop out like instantly. Like I dropped 2 of my classes in the very beginning because of how overwhelmed I was. And I don't regret dropping those. I don't. But like I also wanted to drop the ones I'm in right now. Now if I had have dropped them, I know that I would have regretted it. So just give it time. I promise that once you adjust to this is your new lifestyle and your new reality, it's going to get better. It is slowly getting better. Like last Friday, I was crying my eyes out over an assignment. I'm not even kidding. Like I have tears pouring down my face when I get overwhelmed. That's just how bad it is. But I think when you just really, really, really give it time, you'll learn to love it. And you just have to keep telling yourself, I'm here for a reason. And this is going to help my lifetime career. Because it will. Just don't give up. Keep going and give it time. That's my advice. Another piece of thing that I can say I can share is my mom is different. In high school, she kind of held my hand. She kind of would check back behind me on my work, ask, oh, did you get all your work done today? Whatever. Is anything due? Do you need any help on a project? Whatever. And now the only time that I've ever asked my mom for help this whole entire semester has been 2 projects because they were unbelievably hard that no human teenager would be able to do without a parental help. They just wouldn't. The other like assignments I get Alex's help on, but for the majority, I'm doing it all on my own. So I'm very independent this year. And my mom, last Thursday, I've had perfect attendance this whole entire year. And last Thursday, I just didn't feel like going. And I was like, Mom, can I stay home? And she said, sure. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, it's up to you. Don't go. I would have had my phone taken for like 2 weeks in high school if I did that. Like, it's up to me. I can skip whenever I want. Like, how cool is that? I'm in college. I can do whatever I want now. It's only going to affect me in the future if I skip. So yeah, let me skip. And now I'm a week behind my lab because I skipped. But you know what? I had that day off. And it was my choice. And she let me do it. That's just crazy to me. Like, because I can guarantee you cannot do that in high school. Your parents would be like, you're going to school. Nope, college, they do not care. Skip. Thing is, they are very adamant that they want you to have a pretty good attendance. My teacher doesn't even want like an excuse. He doesn't need a doctor's note. He doesn't need to know why you're missing. He just needs to know that you are missing, and that's it. He'll give you an excused absence. He does not care what it is. He doesn't care if you just want to sleep in. He will give you an excused absence. Because he said one year he had a student that made up the story and said his dad died to be able to get out of school, and he met his dad a week later. So don't make up jokes that all your family members are in the hospital and dying just because you want to stay home. Just tell him the truth. You just want to skip. He doesn't care. So that's just, I really do. Like, it's very different. It's so different. So there's a lot of ups and downs, but overall, I really do like it. I love my flexibility. I love my freedom. I just love the environment. And it's a very pretty school, too. I love all the people. I haven't had one person I don't like.
I didn't share all that to scare you if you're going to college. It's just, I wanted to be honest and share my experience. But I know I had a lot of complaints, but I really do like it, honest. On our way to dinner now. Thank you for watching, and go to the nice ale house. Okay, bye.